Oh, this music is feeling festive. Nice and Halloween-y. All right. Happy Thursday. How's it going? Let's change up the music here. This is nice and festive and Halloween and creepy, but we'll be doing that next weekend. That'll be the thing for next weekend. Right now, we just got some game dev to do. How's it going? Hey, the ant. What a fancy howdy you got there. It's wearing so many different hats. All right, back to work here. We're gonna do the overlay, top-down overlay we've got going here. We did the vast majority of the auto tile rule corrections that we need to do. There's one more edge case that we kind of gave up on at the end of the day yesterday. That is an incredibly particular case, so we might continue to just punt on that for a minute. Hey, the ant, you're stuck in bad traffic. Oof, sorry about that. Traffic is the worst. Why are we always trying to go somewhere other than where we are, you know? Wherever you find yourself, that's where you are. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, let's so we wrote separate overlay functions. I guess I need to set those up, and then what we also need to do is we need to fix, quote unquote, fix the tile atlas source that we use for those. Excuse me. All right, so we go to our overlay, not this one. Go to this one. This one's wrong. So what we're actually going to do, I got a pro tip about this. Just a reminder, you didn't post a stream alert in Discord. Thank you for the reminder, Arneo. I was getting my laundry ready. I was like, oh, I have 3 minutes for the ad break. I could get my laundry ready. And so I just didn't do the things I normally do, like a live stream alert. All right, I guess it's Thursday. How are you doing, Arneo? I guess it's Thursday live on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks for the reminder. Really appreciate that. I know it's so hard to get good reminders on YouTube and Twitch. It's like very helpful. Hey, the ant. When the sprite is ace. All of our sprites are ace. Oh, that's great. Hey, Rihanna Journey. Hey, Sapphire Starship. Wow, everyone depends on this Discord live go live notification. Yeah, I gotta remember to do that. All right, so instead of quote unquote fixing this, we're just gonna redo it. So let's get rid of these. Get rid of those. We're gonna open up our default block. How's the... Oh, not that. That's the default, the literal default block. This actually I need to fix. I'm gonna punt on that for now since we don't actually use that for anything. What I need is the default form. No, the block template. This is what I want. Block template. The heck is default format? Though. Oh. That's not accurate at all. Uh-huh. Should probably get rid of that too. I should probably call that the missing block, not the default block. The crazy checkerboard one. All right, block template. I've got it open. Here we go. We fixed this one already. I fixed this at home. This is like you open the oven and you take out the completed dish. You're trying to reconfigure your sleep schedule, Arnia? Ooh, that is hard. That can be hard. Oh, Ferlansky! What's up? How's it going? It's been a minute. How are you doing? What's on the agenda today? We're going to hopefully fix the rest of our autotiler with the overlay, specifically the thing that we were really trying to change here. Everything else we've been doing has been like dealing with side effects. Now we're going to try to actually do the thing, which is update this. So what I need here is I need a semi-transparent version of this. So we're going to copy, we're going to save this as. We'll call this, I don't know, overlay block. That or default overlay, I don't know. Let's say overlay block. You're good, you've been busy. You became a dad last week? Congratulations, that's wild. Wow. I'm sure that's, yeah, occupying a lot of your time. That's great. Cheers. Arnio, your agenda for today is to getting the mythic rank in MTG. Is this how you're reconfiguring your sleep schedule? Just a lot of magic. All right, so what I want is I want a semi-transparent version of this. That's essentially what we're gonna do here. I was corrected as far as how one should do this, and the way one should do this is by changing the opacity of the layer. So what I think I want to do is I want to change these to be white. So let's get rid of the outlines because we don't need the outlines at the moment. Let's just hide the outlines. We'll fix the outlines in a second. Let's just look at the underlying flat texture. Do I want it to be gray or do I want it to be light, a lighter color? I think it can be all the same color because this is an overlay. So all of this texture tinting is going to happen underneath. So I think that's fine. How goes this project? It goes well. We let ourselves get distracted a lot. We've been doing more game jams. We're trying to do more game jams. We did one about a month ago. We got another one coming up next weekend. But yeah, we're cruising along. Trying to wrap up this autotiler and block editor tool so we can actually get to some kind of game, you know? But yeah, I can't imagine what your day-to-day is like now as a new dad. I'm sure it's incredibly packed and busy. Whoa. Sorry for the flashbang. It'll get better in a second. I swear. So we'll do this, and then we'll set some kind of transparency that we like. It'd be nice if it wasn't a percentage exactly. Let's just start with 25%. We have a full FTL like any day now. Yeah, any day, as long as said day is like quite a few years from now. Any day within that range of like 4 to 8 years from now. I'd say we have plans, but our plans that we've articulated are like also side quests. So we are looking at ways of taking advantage of this tech that we've developed beyond just this particular project. So there's some interesting stuff there. I have this autotiler side project I want to do. Or not autotiler. I have an idle game side project I really want to do. All right, so that's the textures. So now we'll add the outlines back, and the outlines are going to get their own transparency wash. Interesting how this stuff combines. Oh, is it because the outline is under the texture, so it's actually taking on the characteristics of that? That's interesting. Oh, that's actually, we ended up kind of in the same place. Fascinating. I don't think the outline should have much more transparency than the underline, because it's additive. So I'm going to just start with the same. Can you select multiple layers and change the opacity all at once? Probably. Freudian slip. Yeah, all I can think about is autotilers. I think I can change properties. Well, I maybe don't know how, but I think it's possible. Properties. I don't know if this is going to work. It looks like maybe it worked. 999, 999. Ooh. Maybe that worked? I don't know. Let's export it and see. Let's get the engine up. Hey, the ant will have it by episode 2048. That feels reasonable. I feel like I could reasonably... I hope we have it by 2048. Not the year, the episode number. Also the year, though. Hey, Diginanigans. How's it going? All right, so this is 2 IDs. I wonder if I should... Default exterior, default interior. Ah, I see, I see. So we're gonna get rid of this one. We'll reset this one. I don't even know what object I'm on right now. Deck layer Z. Okay. Quick load. Overlay block. No. Wait, what layer are we on? Okay, that wasn't that. was I working on? Okay, deck layer X. Interesting. Shenanigans, it's going. It was a short 3-day work week for you this week. You're already ready for the weekend. I'm ready to go. Hell yeah. Oh, you got out of traffic, yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, holiday weekends for me are always rough because it feels like there's just so much work to do. It's really hard to see what I'm doing here. But this is a semi-transparent texture. But I think I can manage. Again, as usual, I'm sorry for the viewing experience. Watching me do the least visually interesting thing possible. So we have an extra ID now. I think I might hold on to it. We go from 0, 1, 2, and then 4. Hold on to it for now. Because we just have one type of overlay now, which is interesting. We had 2 before. We had like an edgeless, quote unquote, edgeless overlay. It made sense for the way we were drawing stuff bottom up. Now we're drawing stuff kind of, I don't want to say top down, but that's like the priority, which makes sense. We were trying to do something strange, and it didn't quite work out. Do you remember all of your texture origin? No, just this one tile. Okay. -8, -6. Man. So if you pick a group of these and one of them is off from the group, you can't modify any of the others in the selection. Kind of annoying. -8, -6. And yet, there it is. Solved. Easy. I shouldn't be deleting... I should be deleting this one, huh? Not the other one. Man, I messed this up. Is there a way to undo horrible things that I've done? There we go. All right, we're trying this again. We're deleting 2, not 3. I realize all of the configuration data would be retained if we did it this way. And in fact, is this already kind of the right file? No. Okay. Sapphire, you like seeing even the not interesting points? Keep expectations for your own work in check. Yeah. Hey, the ant, you could have just used an opaque tile set and modulated the tile map. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That is a legit option, and actually I had a prototype where the cutaway... I know I could modulate the whole tile map layer. I've also done modulate per cell. But yeah, I could have done that. That definitely would have been a nice shortcut. But this wasn't that hard. In fact, I think this is already fully configured. I just need to swap out the texture in each of these. Yeah, that's easy. Well, assuming it's easy to find it, there it is. Oh, I gotta delete these, right? You know, I really didn't actually need to delete that, but I'm doing it because we're not using this. I like this music. So no stream the next couple of days. I got to go into the office tomorrow, which is unusual. I don't usually go in on Friday, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And then on Saturday, I've got my monthly in-person Godot meetup, which is pretty neat. It's at a nearby hackerspace. So as far as the stream goes, this is Friday, you know? Okay, so we did that. We swapped these all out. Oh, I call this selected. I want to change its name. I'm gonna eventually need a better mapping system for all these tile set sources. Right now there's no variety to it, so it's like pretty easy, but I could see that getting out of control pretty quickly. Thanks for the heads up. At least now you won't be expecting. Yeah. Regularity is important. I don't like missing this many streams. I'll miss one stream in a week and I'll feel okay. Missing 2 in a row is a bit rough, but you know, sometimes that's okay, because next week is going to be a big week for us. Next week, we're going to go all through the weekend, right? Because we got the game jam. Next weekend, I have to work Monday morning, which is unfortunate because it ends at noon on Monday morning. So we don't quite have all the time that I would like, but we're going to be going Friday, Saturday, Sunday quite a bit next weekend, October 24th through 25th, for the Solo Development Halloween Jam number 9. So that'll be cool. So I feel okay about missing a few streams this weekend, because next weekend is going to be crazy. It's going to be good stuff. I like the Solo Development Jams. They're very relaxed because I don't have to make all the assets from scratch. You think the jam game will need an autotiler? Not this one. Not this one. But generally, yes. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to hook back in the overlay part. So here we've got this deck X tile. So do I just want one of these that's like... Do I want to put it all in this one function? Well, we can get rid of this edge tiles thing. We don't use this anymore. What do I want to call this? Probably should just have it be separate functions. You got a few things to finish up around there? Once things start to settle down, you think you might start some devlogs? Ooh, that'd be fun. You got some great stuff going. If I'm any indication, you really don't need much to start. You can really start from basically nothing, and people seem to take an interest regardless. Kind of remarkable when you think about it. All right, so how do I want to do this? Do I want to continue to pass this in as an interface? I don't want to do that when I don't need to do that. You know, we could kind of change the way that we're doing this to not need 2 separate layers. Well, maybe I do want 2 separate layers because they behave kind of differently, huh? It would be nice to do this with 1 less layer, but let's not try to change everything everywhere all at once, you know? You know what I mean? Game.input.cursorbounds.toList. This is what I don't necessarily want to do, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then what we're going to do here, so we got our mask. And we are doing mask logic here, which is good. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say mask is equal to null. We can do this. This is kind of stupid, but we're going to do this for now. I'll probably spin this off later. Let's look at all these. So we want the mask. We're going to go back to having the mask be an interface. What kind of interface was it, though? It's like an I enumerable for vector3i, and it was nullable. Or was it an I collection? I forgot what I sent over. I forgot. To the GitHub, to the way back machine, or even just the not so far back machine. Where is this here? Okay, it was an I collection. All right. Shenanigans, you might start live streaming as well once a week. Oh, sick. You do some rearranging around here before you get about to do that. Just get a green screen. You would not believe what it looks like back here, you know? It kind of depends on your approach because there's a lot of different people. There's some people that like the your video box to have like a opaque background, and they do stuff where like if I took this window and I made it smaller and I like put it here and I had like an overlay or like other things going on the rest of the screen, like I'd probably put myself in a corner here. And I'd probably have stuff going on like above me or like maybe like a little something going on to the side. I don't love that. That's kind of, I think that's the typical thing people do. I like this style, which is just the cutout in front of a big screen. Just, I'm not wasting any space. That said, if I got a nice office, I could be convinced of switching. Eventually, we do want a little ship-like simulation happening in the corner, like in the far left corner, bottom left corner or something. What if I got a dog cam for the dog that I don't currently have? Then I would need like probably more space. Then I'd probably get into the whole having my own streamer overlay, you know? Arneo, you'd make yourself tiny and come out the side. Oh, like this? Like you'd... Oh, wrong side. You'd be like perpendicular to the screen on the side somewhere. VTubing is cool too, or PNG tubing, I guess they say, if you're just a image. That was never an issue for me, but I feel like that also can lead to a lot more comfort for some people. Especially if they're worried about their office or something, or their background or whatever. PNG tubing is pretty cool. Protects your quote-unquote anonymity. Oh, this mask can't be... This is not going to be a question mark, though. I'm getting used to standing while working again. What is the yellow recommendation? Oh, it's never used. Yeah, fine. Sure. It's okay to have this eye collection being shoved in here because it's going to be probably get boxed anyway. Ooh, where are all these gray bits? Oh, I just selected the variable. Never mind. Shenanigans. You don't think you'll be doing anything complex, at least not for now, just green screen in the corner? Yeah, I think that's the way. That's what I do. I like it. There's a lot of people that do cool overlay development specifically in Godot, which I think is pretty neat. Felt like I was chin up to my microphone there. I was like stretching to be able to see over it. But yeah, standing while I'm working is helping, I think. I have some kind of lower back leg thing, upper leg thing. It's bothering me. I think it has something to do with the fact that I sit at a computer all my day of every day of my life. Standing is helping. I've talked to people about this. I think it's the variety. I don't think there's any particular way of arranging a human body that's like comfortable indefinitely. It's kind of an interesting thing about it. So you can have a big fancy chair, you could have a medicine ball, you could stand all day. It's like, it's the doing the one thing all day that's definitely causing me discomfort. I gotta figure out how to do it, be a little more varied. Although I don't want to just have a medicine, like a, not a medicine ball, like a big bouncy ball. Just rolling around. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just filling for time here. All right, we can go back. Now we can do these branches, these null branches. I understand that we could branch the whole switch statement. I don't feel like I care enough to do that. I think eventually we will split some of this off. But I just want to fold this into our current process, and I don't want to have to change everything to do it. You know, got any fun weekend plans? I want to go see the new Frankenstein movie that is playing in quote-unquote select theaters. I know I could just wait till it's out on Netflix in like a month. Okay, yeah, this is starting to get a little stupid, actually. Maybe I should do this at the switch level. Yeah, maybe I will. Oop. Too far. Too far. It's incredible how far back you can go. The shenanigans, it's a habit that's changed for the worse for you since you've started working from home. You used to get up once an hour or so to grab some water and then go for a long walk on your lunch break. You tend not to really do much of either anymore. I know the most walking I'll do on a day is I'll go down to the laundromat on like my break to like get my laundry. It's like the most, or maybe I'll go to the grocery store, like down the street, a walk. Yeah. Whatever this injury is has made it very uncomfortable to walk. Which is not great. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the mask. I'm gonna do the masked switch here. At the two different. Can I do it like this? Will it let me? Yeah, I think it will. This is kind of silly, but this is what we're gonna do. In fact, I think I need to indent this one more time. Maybe not. Actually, I don't usually write it like this. What's happening? Yeah, that looks okay. And then what we're going to do here is get rid of this mask check thing I thought I got rid of. Almost done with the current season of Strange New Worlds. I've been having fun watching it. Not terribly looking forward to going back to watching Discovery after that, which I'm like somewhere in season 4 or 5. I don't know. 4. Because there are only 5. It's fine. It's just, man, Strange New Worlds has been fun. They're already teasing like the next season or something, which is crazy. They just put out a season. All right. So this is the overlay branch. So all of these just the overlay versions of these functions, and that's all that's different. Pass in the mask. I've definitely been over capacity at work for the last, like, I don't even know how long. It's definitely bleeding into everything else that I do. Like, I'm just falling behind everywhere all the time. It's definitely been impacting my productivity on the game and the amount that I stream. But man, I can't say that I see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I know it's there, and I think that's an important distinction. like the way that looks, but we're just gonna go for it. Will this work? I don't know. Maybe? Rhiannon Journey, no fun weekend plans here. Hopefully some sleeping. Nice. I think you have 2 or 3 episodes of Strange New Worlds left. You will never not talk about how much you love Strange New Worlds. Yeah, it's quite good. I think I have 2 episodes left. The last episode I watched had a hilarious cameo in it. Okay, that's weird, whatever's happening here. Probably messed something up. Deck layer X. Whoa. What? How did that happen? More concerningly, what happened here? Oh, I changed the offsets. I changed the margins. Dang. 384. There we go. Please tell me you retained all your configuration stuff. Yeah, you did. Okay. Okay, well that was weird. Should be fine now. Yeah, Strange New Worlds is fun. I heard a complaint I heard about it, which is fair, is like they were like, I wish it wasn't quite so funny. And I get that. But I think they usually nail it. Their chief engineer is pretty ridiculous, I guess. They're like not Scotty, chief engineer. They are right now. I love Lillian from The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, but wow, that actress. Who told her she needed to do like a crazy voice for this character? She volunteer. Arneo, you started the 3-body problem again. You hate it. Maybe you should watch Strange New Worlds. You can't get into old Star Trek, though. It's not old Star Trek, so you should be okay. It's pretty good. I would say it's very modern. And all the references are totally, like, the TOS references are, like, whatever. They actually do a good job of, like, not stepping on the toes of the original series as much. I think it's good. I want to give Foundation another try. I watched like the first like 2 or 3 episodes of Foundation, and I just, for whatever reason, I just didn't dig into it. I want to give that another try. I probably owe The Expanse another try. I know you're a big Expanse fan. All right. Okay, so that did something. So the selection thing is kind of working. But why isn't it rendering while I'm dragging? It only renders after. Oh god, that looks really bad. How is it this bad? Okay, there's another problem with the X. This time it's the bulk X. It is not doing the thing. Okay, 2 problems. 1, why is it not rendering during the process? Let's figure that out. Cursor, input.cursorbounds.toList, sure. Input overlay, sure. Tile atlas hover, sure. Rhiannon Journey, they do push the humor and you enjoy it, but you could see others not liking it. Maybe they're trying to pull in the same amount of humor from a full season of old Trek, condensed into the shorter season. The pulling in a whole season of an old Trek and condensing it is definitely a problem they have. You can't imitate a 26 season or 26 episode classic episode of Star Trek. I say classic. I'm referring to like the TNG, Deep DS9, Voyager era. It can't be done. Sapphire, you've never really been into Star Trek, but then again, you've also never really just sat down and watched it either, so you've been more of a Star Wars person. The Expanse was pretty good, one of the more scientifically accurate shows. Yeah, I should give The Expanse another try. Rhiannon, you couldn't get into Three Body Problem either. You would say that Strange New Worlds is the most like old Trek of the new shows, but it's very modern in how it presents it, that makes sense. Yeah, it's definitely not as modern as like Discovery or whatever. It's definitely hews more to the formula of a episodic Star Trek, very purposefully, as kind of like a counter reaction, I think. There's some good. I think part of the reason why they lean into the season humor is because they do some pretty grim stuff, which is cool. And I think they're able to do it without just exhausting you, because Discovery is super grim as well a lot of the time. But it doesn't shrug it off the same way. I also really enjoy there's a lot of quote unquote genre episodes of Strange New Worlds that are very strange. They're very much departures from a typical episode. I think they're doing a really good job, considering they only have like 10 episodes a season. They are writing some really hard-hitting, quote-unquote hard-hitting. They're writing some good episodes. Rhiannon Journey, you still need to watch The Expanse. You're itching to go rewatch Battlestar Galactica for the nth time. Yeah, I'm going to give The Expanse another try. I think I'll start from season 1 because I really like season 1. And then they just kind of start to lose me after season 1. But I do need some shows to watch while I'm working. What am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be hunting a bug. So the input overlay is not running, which is curious. Only overlay that's running is the select overlay, which is also curious. Oh, it's because of the... I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. We can rewrite another part of this too. I forgot I was waiting to change this. Don't think we're going to do this Atlas switch. Maybe we will. I'm going to get rid of this selected source ID thing. And then we'll just get rid of the references to this for now. How would you do this? Okay. Hey, Rima's. BSG's peak. Yeah. That BSG series was quite good. Rhiannon Journey, you love them. You like the musical, the Lower Decks crossover. The Lower Decks crossover is insane. The fact that they could do that, the fact that Tawny Newsome and Jack Quaid are basically their characters, very cool. You know, it was directed by Jonathan Frakes. That's like an all-time great episode. I don't recommend it to people because you kind of need to have watched everything else for that to be funny, but so good. Arnio, for you, Three Body Problem and Foundation are the same level of trash TV, where it's not really intellectual sci-fi, it's more just spectacle. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I want in the background, though, now. Like, especially when I'm just working, I want a little spectacle. I find it pretty inspiring. I mean, sometimes I just want to watch an episode of Firefly or a classic TNG episode. Like, lately, I've been watching a lot of The Next Generation, and I've been very purposely watching early episodes. Like, I've been really trying to dig into season 2, which is like the season everyone just kind of... I mean, season 1 is a lot of problems, but season 2, I think, gets a bad rap. And some of the most incredible episodes of the show are in season 2. And so I'm trying to just capture the vibe of some of these shows. Just trying to... Because I have a memory of a lot of them, but I don't have as much time to just binge watch stuff nowadays. But I wanna be better. You know, one thing that's making it really annoying to do that though, is streaming quality on a browser. Random Journey, did you see Frakes talk about how when he directed it, Quaid and Newsom started improvising, which is very much a no-no on old Star Trek, and he loved it? Oh yeah. The old Trek. Hold on, I gotta ban someone. Blasted. Yeah, the improv on that episode is incredible. Yeah, if you talk to the old Star Trek cast, they were forced into what they called dead letter perfect. He is dead, Jim. They had to do what they called dead letter perfect, which is like you just read exactly what was written, none of this improv. There are exceptions. There are notable exceptions. Especially the older you go back. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, streaming quality on browsers. It's stupid. Why is it so bad? Like, I looked this up. This is a real thing. Like, if I'm on Paramount Plus and I'm on my TV, the Paramount Plus app knows that it needs to be like full HD, like blast me with like the Dolby High Vision, whatever, like inject the diodes right into my brain. Like, it's so beautiful and bright and incredible on my big television. And then I try to watch it on a browser here, and it's like they're giving me like 720p or something. It's like the bit rate is just terrible. Like, super annoying. What I need to try is installing the some of these apps on the computer. I don't think that really works, but I need to try it because I don't know what else to do. Because I want to just watch these shows at my computer, and I have a 4K monitor, but for some reason they just don't want to stream the quality, you know? Which is fair. If you're on a browser, it's like you can't necessarily know the peripherals the person's using. I think I can test this again. Sorry that we're like not getting anything done and we're just kind of talking about random shit. That's kind of where I'm at so far this week. Okay, this is working now. We need to fix, very importantly, we actually need to fix some stuff. And now that I think about it, this is actually going to be a big problem. It always is. When is it not a big problem? When are we not just redoing the same work over and over and over again? Why do I need it to work exactly this way? Oh, there is still a problem with the X face for some reason. Let's fix that. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. We're just going to copy the Y face over the bulk Y to the bulk X because for some reason it's like totally busted. Actually, we could probably just take the bulk X and copy it over to the bulk X overlay. Which is part of the reason I want, like, have a common function that we're referencing when we do this, because I hate having to manage all of these. Also, where the heck is this part? somewhere we set whether we're a half block or a full block, and I don't know where we do that. Where do we do that? Oh, right here. Cutaway.has, cutaway extents, half bulk. Why is this not happening here? Cutaway has, cutaway extents dot half bulk. Why is this off by one space? Excuse me. Sapphire, some of the apps for the computer are basically just opening it up in a browser. They just don't make it as obvious. Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. Disney Plus is this way. Not actually sure about any others. Yeah. Arneo, you're so glad you never understood picture qualities. 720p is like as good as you'll ever need. You've happily watched some big budget action with 480 just for less lag. Yeah. I'm the opposite nowadays. Like I'm waiting to get a good price on like a boxed set Blu-ray for like TNG, the remastered version, because I'm like, if I'm watching this show, I can watch a bunch of it. I want to watch it and I want it to look good. Which is sad because there's some shows where I just grit my teeth and I have to do what you're talking about. Like if you want to watch Babylon 5, you were watching it in 480p, let me tell you, my friend. All right, why is this so busted? Why is this so busted for just the bulk X? All right, let's start at the top. Let's go look at the bulk X tile set atlas. This looks fine. Let's look at the overlay version. Specifically the overlay version. That looks correct, unfortunately. Voidblit, that sprite sheet gives you anxiety. It's rough. It's a rough sprite sheet. It's this guy. This is it. And yeah, parsing the semi-transparent version is pretty annoying. But it's basically the same. I actually think I need to tweak this a little bit. I can't see the outlines quite well enough. How's it going, Voidblit? Rimas, you remember watching Neon Genesis Evangelion in real media format? That was a blast. I remember, you know, watching stuff on TV, syndicated. I'm not above it. But I'm just saying, if you're going to offer me this incredible quality in the app, and I load it up on a browser, just give it to me. Check to see if I've got a 4K monitor. I don't know. Do something. Diginanigans. They definitely have the ability to check your screen resolution in the browser. It's a lot harder to do custom codecs for better optimization, though. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Andre, hey, you see C-Sharp. Just interesting why you're not using GD-Script. C-Sharp has a significant advantage. Hey, Andre, welcome in. Not particularly. It more has to do with the way we've separated our simulation layer from the rendering and the UI. So we're doing a lot of simulating, and I don't want to tie that up with resources and nodes and the scene tree and all the stuff in Godot. So we've kind of spun off the simulation layer into its own little world. And I'm very comfortable with C#, so that ended up being the world I picked. If I was a better programmer, I would have written a lot of this stuff in GD extension in C++, and I would just call into it from GD script, but I like doing it this way. So no, there are advantages that you might take advantage of, you know? It's a terrible way to put that. But for me, it's really personal preference. Void Blit. So you draw multiple versions of the sprite sheet for different types of walls. Kind of. So we've copied and pasted it. So we have 3 different hull types, quote unquote hull types, which is outside, middle, and inner. And so all I did for that was like copied them over. I just took the template and copied it over 3 times and changed the underlying texture color. That's all we need right now. I did add the doors though, which was kind of a pain in the butt. The door proxies, let's be clear, which is like the cardboard cutout version of the door. So yeah, this is what we've got for like all we need right now. But yeah, we need something. This format is good because this format is very readable and it's very easy to navigate and it's very dense. But yeah, it's not terribly human readable, I will give you. I don't know. I haven't totally settled on how I want the art workflow to go because I haven't had to make too much art yet. So there's definitely room for improvement there. Let's export this. Check this out. Got it. No problem. What kind of stuff are you doing in Godot, Andre? Yeah, a lot of us, me included, I've spent a long time working in like Unity, so I'm very comfortable with C#. I do like GD script. When we do game jams, we do the whole project in. So here's an interesting thing. The hover goes away when I go up against the wall on the X side, not the Y side. The whole X bulk side seems really messed up. It seems really messed up, and I don't understand why. The Y side is fine. The Y side is working pretty much exactly as I would expect. The X faces are just misbehaving deeply. All right, let's try to figure that out. It's kind of annoying. Probably the easiest thing to do would be to copy the code over, but I don't really want to do that. I suspect there's a problem somewhere else. Somewhere particularly in the overlay. There doesn't seem to be a problem in the tile set atlas. It's probably somewhere else. All right, so mask is null. We do this branch. Great. If mask is not null, we do this branch. Ah, spotted it. We're calling the wrong function. That makes sense. Let's just double check all of these parameters. Seems fine. All right, so now we should have, so we have our hover, which is, it just follows the cursor. It's not perfect, but it's close to what we want. This was not working when the stream started. So we can do this kind of stuff. So we do this and it stays. The staying part is a unique characteristic of being in edit mode. I like the way they overlay on top of each other here. So the thing we have to fix is the missing outlines. This is the problem. And this is where the additional logic needs to get added, which is why I'm tempted to encapsulate some of the basic logic and then add additional logic to the overlay so that we can all agree on what the basic conditions are. So we can draw this thing out. Let's draw a few rooms here. Do a fairly thorough check here. This is fairly close to what I want. Let's do like a big selection. This is okay. I'm not getting much in the way of outlining. I actually think we didn't. That's curious. We're getting these back outlines, but not these forward outlines. So the X+2 thing is behaving a little weirdly. The X+2 branch isn't working correctly. Oh, we need the mask check. Right. Okay. I don't think we have that everywhere. I don't think we're being super consistent about that. Andre, you just started your journey in Godot. You had a small experience with Unity, but after a scandal with Unity monetization, you decided to use Godot in the future. You developed small platformer game as first game. That's awesome. Yeah, we do game jams. When we do game jams, we go real hard on the Godot side of things. This is a particular long-term project that that's kind of changed quite a bit. We do use GDScript. We do use a lot of Godot stuff. Like everything we're drawing with tile map layers. We just have kind of a strange use case. It's like the board level. Where is that? Oh, I must have closed it. That's fine. Shenanigans. Not that you think it's a huge deal, but doing everything in C# does a better job of protecting your code as well. GDScript can be trivially unpacked to your original source code. There are, of course, decompilers for C#, but it's a bit more involved and not usually one-to-one. Yeah, there is a question of how much I really want to expose. Obviously, I want all of our modding tools, all of my game dev tools to be accessible. We're doing a lot of things around that, like having this block editor tool that just runs in game at runtime. But yeah, I think programming like new systems and stuff, I think that is going to be beyond the scope of what we expose. So I don't think that's a huge problem. Like, I don't think you should ever plan around your game not getting, cracked. I think history has shown that that's impossible. The game is always going to be compromised somehow. It'll get compromised and then it'll show up. Someone will clone it. Something will happen. I'm not terribly concerned about that sort of thing at the moment. All right, so what we need, which we don't have everywhere, is we need mask, this and mask contains thing. I need to make sure. I thought we had these everywhere, but maybe we don't. Because yeah, we want to draw a separate set of outlines based on the mask. Are we not doing that everywhere? I thought we were, but it looks like we're not. Based on the visible behavior we're getting, which makes me concerned. No, we're doing it. We got these checks here. Mask.contains whole key.xyz plus vector3i.y. Yeah. These are all ands, right? Yep. And this or this and not this. Oh, well, here's the thing. This should be like that, I think. Oh, that has no effect. Okay. I guess that's why it shouldn't be. So it's or this and this. So it's this or this. This is not exactly the way I want this phrased. But I don't think it's actually a problem, but maybe it must be because visibly we're having problem. Oh, this is a problem. How is this handled up here? Oh no, that's right. Well, maybe that's right. Sapphire Starship, they would need to figure out your code mess after getting access to the code. Not sure which would be harder. Yeah, exactly. Arneo, anyone here know of Noita? It's a game that supposedly still has some unsolved Easter egg puzzles people have tried by going through the game code. Noita is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Andre, good point. For now, you decided to use GDScript because it allows support of Android. Because as you remember, C# doesn't support it. Yeah, the C# support is changing all the time. The big issue for me is that web exports don't really work with C# at the moment. So that should change soon. Not sure about Android. Yeah, it's C# doesn't support export to web game. Yeah, that's a problem for sure. Diginanigans, yeah, C# web support isn't there yet. They're working on it. There are some PRs that you can get it to work depending on what you use. Certainly not a smooth experience with GDScript. Yeah, we don't use it. One, I don't think I would use C# in a jam unless I had a lot of templates pre-made that helped. Like if I had some of this stuff templated. Yeah, I haven't looked into mobile support either, Diginanigans. Noita is a great game. Not sure how they managed to pull the whole thing off. It's truly incredible. The fact that every pixel is interactable in some way is amazing. Yeah, I know some people doing similar kind of work. That's straight up wizardry to me. People will like look at my autotiler and they'll be like, "What magic?" And I'll be like, "This is not magic. This is incredibly simple." And people are doing like per pixel physics calculations on like the GPU. All right, I'm a little perplexed, which is not surprising. I'm a little perplexed about the behavior we're seeing. Plus X edge is this right now. Go down here and check what the plus X edge is like here. Okay, no. So it is this. It's got the mask contains. Something about this is going wrong. I see this as well, and I'm a little concerned about this. What does this do? Mask contains, sure. And or not hulls dot contains key, hull key width. W equals tile layers deck Z plus vector 3i. Okay, so this is saying, is there a floor plate in front of us? If there isn't... Okay, I think I can flip this. I think I can pretty safely flip this. I don't know why this is an or. Seems wrong. Oh no, this is an or. Can it be an or right here? Will this work? Where am I even working? Okay, there. Let's see what that does. Oh boy. I exported the file, didn't I? With the background on. How did I do that? When did I even do that? Why would I even do that? All right. This overlay is way too much. I don't know why it keeps changing. Oh, I see a bit of the problem here. Interesting how that doubles up. Yeah, this overlay needs like a whole additional set of auto-tiling rules. That sucks. I mean, it's fine to do it, and once we do it, we'll have done it. Just kind of annoying. I think I might need to tweak the... Well, I know I need to tweak the look here. Whole new set of rules to introduce a whole new set of bugs. Auto-tiling is like such a nightmare. It is truly like a bureaucratic nightmare. The nice thing is that once it's set up, it just works. But the bad thing is you have to foresee all of the possible interactions, which is impossible, so I just test it a lot and I make little adjustments. We're definitely having an issue somewhere here. So this flip I did is not good. This did not work. Why does it need to be phrased like this? So there's this OR statement because I do this contains key check of another deck plate here. I think this needs to be an AND. Let's try this with AND. I think that'll introduce some other problem, but let's try it. I want the mask contains check to be last. Because then if this behavior is the same as the regular block, then I can just always use it. Because this is going to be weird, but let's try it. Diginanigans, you're assuming I haven't played around with doing a custom importer that can resolve as more than one asset type in Godot. I think you've got a couple of variants of meshes you want to export from Vox files. You're not sure if it's doable just as an import plugin. I have not messed around with that, unfortunately. Custom importer that resolve as more than one asset type. That's pretty fascinating. All right, so this isn't quite working the way I was hoping it would. Oh, are we not doing this? Oh, if this is unique, if this is a check that's unique to the overlay, if we're not doing this, then that's normally that's fine. Oh, I misunderstood the way this was structured. Oops. I mean, what else is new? But yeah, I kind of want to take this whole chunk and just call this like, I kind of want to have a function call here for this because I want to be able to reuse this across the bulk overlay. And then I want to just add the additional rules that the bulk overlay observes. As long as it's not changing the fundamental set of rules, it's totally fine. Hey, Nix, how's it going? All right, well, that should solve that, at least. There's a lot of overlapping, which is causing some weird visuals, and I really need to do something about that. All right, so we need the thing. We need these, the top of these deck tiles to start looking at their neighbors. We actually need a bunch of these tiles to start looking at their neighbors. So that's what's going to determine whether we actually draw these overlays correctly. Because they're semi-transparent, we actually need to do that very carefully. Alright. Tired? For sure. For sure. I'm with you, Nix. I am not at full capacity today. This is a very low energy kind of day for me. We're working on day. Oh, excuse me. We're redrawing the overlays to fix the priority issues that the draw order issues that we were running into the other way. So we've laid all the groundwork for it, and now we just need to modify the actual autotiling rules. I think the thing I want to do right now is encapsulate these conditions. All right, I'm gonna say I'm gonna write this out something like this. I'm gonna go down here. Write this out as like private bool has deck X negative has deck X negative X edge. God, this is so dumb. Oh no. I have to pass in so much state. It's probably worth it still. That was a coffee hydrate? Sorry, you're getting a regular hydrate. Random journey. You're going pretty good. You refactored some code at work today, made a class of bugs you were experiencing non-existent now. Nice. The Bug Slayer. That's a great thing. Milik. Will this game be better than FTL? You can quote me on this. No. This game will not be better than FTL. You can clip it. It's almost certainly going to be worse. But you know, if we can get any of that magic, if we can get even a little of that magic, I'll be happy. Subset Games made FTL in 18 months. Let's see if we can do it in less than 18 years, right? It is already better than FTL? No, it's such trash. FTL is so perfect. It's going to be a little different than FTL, to be fair. It's a little bigger scale. It's going to be a lot more about storytelling, like episodic storytelling. It's going to definitely be slower paced, for sure. Slower paced, because it's bigger scale. And it doesn't have, it doesn't fit the divine everything on one screen. I don't know what, there needs to be a word for this in the game design community, like the single screen game where all the decision making, everything you do is really just on one screen and you can see everything. That's like the golden, that is like the perfect, that's like Imperialism does that, FTL does that, Into the Breach does that. Like you never need to like go to other screens really to like get information in the moment to moment of gameplay. That's so beautiful. That is not going to be this game. Sapphire, this game will create its own category like FTL-like. It will have its own insert game name likes. Yeah, we'll see. Can't compare apples to oranges. Is Overwatch better than Minecraft? I don't know. That's a good question. On Twitch, you'll have DI-like games after I'm done? I don't think so, but I really appreciate that. Optimism, my friend. Realistic expectations are an indie game developer's best friend. You should hope for the best and plan for the worst. Is what you should do. So yeah, I'm gonna write a bunch of horrible. So we're gonna take these conditionals like this, like this is the wrong area. We're gonna go up here. So we're gonna pull out these functions. So we'll take like this. Take this. Oh, this is the wrong one. We'll take this. Go all the way down here. So has deck X negative X edge. Oh my god. There needs to be some kind of there needs to be some other way of doing this. I could just have a has negative X edge, and then you could pass in, how about this? Tile.layers.layer. So you can say what layer you're passing in. And then there's other information that's going to be needed, but let's see what we need first. Not if, we just return. So we need a key. We need a hull type. Hull key, hull type. We need the cutaway buffer. Okay. So we can say vector 3i coords. Well, it's not coords. It's oh, we'll just keep calling it hull key. Hull type. L.layers. Tile layer. Wait, I don't need to pass in the hull key and the tile layer. Oh, where's your stretch? You're right, you're right. You're right. Thanks, Sapphire. An autotiler-like? Oh my god. Arneo, you've played enough card games to know that planning for the worst is a good way to lose a game. You plan for the win? Ah, I see, I see. You're actually not wrong in that context. There's a quote somewhere about planning to lose. I don't remember what it is, but there's a good quote about planning to lose. And how unhelpful it is. I did notice it, and then I proceeded to ignore it. Diginanigans, plan for the worst and assume Nintendo is going after you for some obscure mechanic that they filed a patent for. That is what you should expect. I'm still blown away by Void War. This game is incredible. It's very good. But it's literally FTL meets Warhammer 40k. Like it's exactly like if we show the interface, it's identical. I know I talk about this all the time. But yeah, this interface is identical to FTL. And all the art is like very literally Warhammer 40,000. Like these are actual Chaos ships. Like I know I've played Battlefleet Gothic. Like this is literally a Chaos Destroyer. And nobody sued them. So I don't know. I don't know how much you have to care. But it's crazy. It's so crazy what they did. Good for them, though. They definitely innovated on the design. They scaled everything up to just the point of absurdity, which, like, if you're going to be absurd, definitely 40k is the right, like, quote-unquote setting for you. But it is wild. I need to play more of this game. Oh, it's on sale right now. For the next 20 hours. Yeah, it's very good. It's 93% overall, or English. I keep forgetting this is language-specific reviews now. 93% English. And 95% recently. Overwhelmingly positive recent reviews. So good. That almost never gets better. The recent reviews are almost never higher than the overall. So good for them. They're doing good work. Sorry if I'm being short with anyone. I am genuinely quite tired today. So we do need to pass in the cutaways. So we need a... cutaway buffer 3D. No. Read only buffer. Buffer 3D read only. Cutaway. Cutaways. There we go. Should be fine. This is a ref struct. I don't really care if we're passing this around all the time. hull type. Hull key dot xy. Oh, hull key is vector 4. So has negative x edge. So this is what we can do. We can say return. We can say return hull key dot w. Actually, what we'll do is we'll say tile dot layers hull key dot w. Right? No, whatever. Hull key dot w. Switch. And here we'll have like case tile dot layers dot deck x. I don't love what I'm about to do here, but I cannot bring myself to write a separate function for every single one of these. Wow, it is really upset with my indentation. Deeply upset. Will this work? Let's just add the cases here. What did you just do? Nothing. It did nothing. Okay. I need to go look at a switch expression. I wrote it wrong. It's like an expression body. Like that. Oh my god. Just let me have this. This is so opinionated. Like I have a way that I want to do this. Autocomplete. Oh my god, it just butchered everything. So opinionated, the AI. Actually, this isn't autocomplete. This is like a formatting thing. This doesn't have anything to do with AI. But still, what is going on? Sorry, I can tell I'm losing my voice. Can I not? Oh, it's defined below. I think what I'm going to need to say hull adjacent hull. I think I'm going to need to put this here. Oh my god, every time. I got to find a setting that like stops doing that. Wow, what's upset? What is it upset about? Expression expected. Is this not an expression? Oh, I think I'm missing a parenthesis. There we go. I don't know how that happened. Shenanigans, now you're good. You're only short because you're playing the video in picture-in-picture. Milik, you're curious why not GDScript? We use GDScript, so what we're trying to do... I'm not using this function anywhere. Sapphire, you're pretty much always tired at this point. Your sleep is not great. There isn't much you can do about that now. Hopefully you get yourself in a better sleep schedule in the future with possible job change. That'd be excellent. Yeah, I'm messed up. Nix, you too. One day you wake up at noon, another at 5. I don't do that. My thing is I always wake up early, but I rarely go to bed early. It's kind of a problem. So we're making this like 3D, this very 3D This is a block editor tool for building these 3D environments. That'll be like starships, star bases, I don't know, minor asteroids, stuff like that. We're literally gray boxing it at this point, so there's not a lot of variety. But there's a lot of simulation going on. So like you have these compartments. The compartments have atmospheres. There's inside, outside. So you have this complex simulation space. I didn't really want to do this in GDScript. I didn't really want the simulation elements to be nodes or resources or anything like that. So I pulled, after the initial prototype, which was all in GDScript, and it was all using tilemap layers. We're still using tilemap layers, but all of the simulation, the game simulation stuff is running in C# outside of the engine, quote unquote. Like, it doesn't touch the engine most of the time. And then, so simulation is being run in C# in this little system of ours. And then rendering and UI is in GDScript in Godot. So we get all our input, we simulate, we push back the stuff that needs to be rendered. That's our gameplay loop, right? Like, pretty typical gameplay loop. And so we're just doing it here. All right, now let's add the rest of these branches. I swear, if it reformats this one more time. Rhiannon Journey, your sleep schedule is whack. You're always up at the same time every morning, but you rarely get to bed on time. That is me. We are one in terms of our sleep schedule. Like, I went to bed at like 12:30 or something last night. I tried to wake up at 6:30 this morning. It's like not enough sleep. Like, you can get away with that for a day, but not much longer. You start doing that week after week. Yeah. I'm not in great shape. I'm trying to make more time for exercise and stuff like that. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. All right, so we've wrote this. So now we can say, instead of having this whole thing here, we can say if has -x edge. I might say has edge -x. Has edge -x. So we can say has edge -x and oh, does this not return a bool? No, it does return a bool. Oh, but it's like kind of busted right now. That's fine. Oh, I need to pass in parameters. Duh. Hull key and hull. I kind of want to rename this hull type. Sapphire, you're hoping to put yourself up for hire by the end of the month. That'd be excellent. Yeah, getting out of the corporate workforce sounds good. I hope that works out for you. Can we write this all on one line? Kind of. Do I want to? Not really. Kind of want to be consistent with how I'm writing this, even though it looks super weird. Now that we've blown up the font, I'm really hesitant about doing any kind of long single lines. Okay, so now we've encapsulated some of that rule. And so when we do it here in the overlay, we're like, let's do the standard check with this additional check that's specific to overlays. If it's a single line, whatever, but some of these are like multi-line. I don't have one to show, but some of them are overlay specific, which I think is important. So we'll do the same thing here. So here we can literally just say, so maybe I make this one line, I don't know, has -x edge, cutaways, hull key, hull type. hull. Rename this hull type. Yeah, this is fine. Nix, you couldn't be your own boss. That's like way too hard to do here. You mean like economically and stuff? Because like you can tell that I'm terrible at being my own boss. Specifically because I just don't hold myself to any deadlines. I'm just like, guess we're working on the autotiler some more this week. It's not quite done. I spotted one problem that requires a whole change to the architecture. Like, I wish I could do that at my day job. At my day job, I typically get to write the prototype version of something, and then I'm expected to just maintain and use the prototype version indefinitely. I never get to go back and rewrite the production version. So if I have free time, it's on me to go back and do it. But I've already got some other prototype that I need to work on, or I'm just buried in like day-to-day work. It's like I need some time to just be able to work on some of these systems indefinitely. Nix, both economically and law-wise, so many of them to follow and do things in one way and all. Yeah, okay, I could see that being a problem. Sapphire, the anxiety of the bosses above you just gets to you too much. If you're messing something up, it just messes with your head the whole day. My bosses are thankfully pretty chill. Although my direct boss has been like on vacation, and that definitely stresses me out because then it's like all this stuff I have to cover. Okay, so this is the kind of thing I want to do, is just encapsulate the behavior like this. Let's see if we can do that really quick, and then I think I will call that a successful stream. So let's just do the other layers, right? Tile.layers.deck-y. Let's go find that. It's probably up here somewhere. Every time. What if I... No. If I say paste? No, okay. There we go. Well, that wasn't much better. It was a little better. Oh my god, every time. If anything forces me to give up my weird indentation style, it's going to be the writer, the JetBrains writer. I wouldn't say autocomplete, but like maybe formatter or something. Oh my god, every time. It is so opinionated. Drives me nuts. It's not even right most of the time. Well, right is relative, but it's certainly what I wouldn't consider right. Why do I keep losing the parenthesis here? And if I do this, will it stop yelling? It's this and that's right here that's like constantly messing with it. But I feel like it's fine because this is in my mind one statement. I don't like to indent when I don't have to, which is why I kind of come up short on it a little bit. Because again, I'm trying to minimize the amount of horizontal line length. Arneo, you would love to be your own boss. It's not you. You've never had that entrepreneur spirit. I like to do my own work, but I've enjoyed working in a more corporate environment, I guess. The expectations are pretty reasonable. I guess sometimes they're not reasonable, but if they are reasonable, it's pretty sustainable. For me, personally, it has been. Brandon Journey, you did some freelancing. Your ADHD made it hell to organize. I could see that. I could see that. Shenanigans. Yeah, you like the majority of writers' formatting settings, but you've gone in and changed a bunch. Main being you don't like braces on their own line. You find it amusing when you jump between writer and VS Code and the two editors complain about things, the other one auto-corrected. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know if I would ever want to go to work for like a game company. You know? I think it would ruin a lot of my joy. Oops. One of those like be careful what you make your job kind of situations. I mean, that said, if I was in a position where I could work on my games full time, I would love it. But yeah, I think the important part about that to me is it's my games that I'm working on. I don't think I'd ever want this to be my day job, you know? I don't know. I mean, never say never, right? Getting diagnosed as a grown-up is really hard. Yeah. That's a good way to put it, Next. Have a good productive development. See you later. Thanks for hanging out, Andre. I really appreciate that. Again. Sorry I'm not like totally on my game today. I think next weekend will be good. I'm going to try to be careful next week and conserve my energy. But we're going to make up for it. We're going to have another great game jam. I'm really looking forward to it. Oop. All right. I got a few minutes left to fix this. I don't think we're going to do all of these. I think I'm just going to finish doing this particular one. I can't do a long stream today. I've just got too much to do. And I just honestly don't think I have the energy. What did I copy? The wrong thing. Cool. Love it. You love to see it. What is this? Oh, that's a bulk X tile. Sapphire, you've also been homeschooled. You probably would have been diagnosed if you were in public school. It's only been now in your early 20s that you really looked into it. Now, as you're looking back through the years, there's so many things that would line up with having ADHD. I know a lot of people in that position. I know a lot of people that get diagnosed as adults. Interesting. I have a very slow brain. Like, slow as in, like, fairly non-reactive. Kind of just born to dilly-dally. So I don't think that's ever been me. But I know a lot of people in that boat. All right, this is huge. Let's get this one out of here. Why do I constantly get off by 1 errors with this? Cutaway. That's cutaways. Whole key. .xyz. That's whole keys to you, mister. All right, what's the problem with the parenthesis? Is it this? No. Oh, it's this if thing. Duh. You most definitely do not have a slow brain. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, I can definitely get nervous and worked up about stuff. Like, I'm definitely prone to anxiety, but that sounds different than what people are describing to me. Yeah, no, it can be very difficult. I wonder if these... Oh, no, these are slightly different branches. Wait, what just happened? Did I go too far? Looks like I went too far. I did go too far. All right, pre-roll ads are on. I got about 5 minutes to wrap things up here. Man, Journey, it presents differently in women a lot of times than it does in guys, and research mostly focused on young boys, so a lot of people fell through the cracks. Not to mention, you have to be lucky to have the means to be diagnosed, at least in the American healthcare system. True. Very true. Yeah, I'm very well aware of the incredible gender bias in medical research. It's kind of crazy when you hear about it. I deleted something important here. I deleted the and mask dot contains whole key dot xyz. What are we checking? Is it plus vector 3i dot y? I hope so. Wait, is this even the right? Yeah, it is. Or it's minus y, because it's the lower x edge. Wait, what the heck is going? Oh, I see. I see. All right, well, two more of these. Wow, that just kind of worked this time. That's fascinating. Oh, because I'm doing a contains key thing. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I need a variation of this for overlays. So we don't actually do the hull comparison. Unless I have an out. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the variations. Just one more edit. Yeah, it's like just one more turn. Oh, someone started using a power drill immediately above me. Or below me. It sounds like it's all around me. I'm gonna end it there. No stream this weekend.
He's dead, Jim.
Yeah, seriously. That disrupted me a lot. And now they stopped. Oh, they're going again. All right. All right, yeah. No stream tomorrow. No stream Saturday for reasons I enumerated earlier. Hey, Skywalk. We're gonna regroup next week. Next weekend, we're doing a game jam. Very excited. October 27th or October 24th. Next weekend, there's gonna be a game jam, Halloween game jam. It's gonna be really fun. Enjoy the time off. Thanks. Yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend and week. A great rest of your week and a great weekend. Thank you all so much for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Maximum warp.